And I can't forget to delete the one room. I always forget that, and always alone here. So yeah, we are live. So hello YouTube, I'm Gustavo, the host today. We're gonna talk about rainy days. Uh, so this is Talk and Talk, platform for conversation. You guys can learn English, Spanish, Italian, and other languages. So to know a little bit more, there's a link below, and we're gonna start our conversation. Uh, First, is there someone new here for the first time? No? Okay, I'm gonna split the rooms and so guys, in the breakout room, be respectful. Don't interrupt anyone when they're talking. And enjoy the conversation. And I'll be uh, call you 10 minutes after finish. So see you guys. So let's start it. The first, let's introduce ourselves. Bruna, can you start?
Of course. So I'm Bruna. I live in Brasilia. I'm married. Today the weather is Sunday. It's a beautiful day to go at the park. But it's not possible today because my grandmother here in my house, and I needed to pay attention her. And that's it.
Nice. Marcio,
Yes, good morning, everybody. And so my name is Márcio, married. I have 3 children. I grew up Bahia. I was born Bahia, and now I live in São José dos Campos, countryside of São Paulo. And I'm a warehouse leader. I'm studying English, I'm studying logistics, I'm studying ERP SAP and Enterprise Resource Plan SAP. I like it about the enterprise resourcing, about the job. And I play music instruments and different instruments. So I don't I like so much play contrabass. So this year I'm studying instrument ukulele, instrument Havaiano, and so but my instrument I don't know in Pernambuco, all right, but I'm after week here my instrument ukulele, and so I'm going to tell you about my day today. And I wake up at 5 o'clock and made breakfast for my family. And I went for a walk in the city, on the street, 1 hour. So I wrote a text on LinkedIn, so I don't forget some tips about the English in my mind when I working, and I think about the English. So I wrote a text on LinkedIn. I don't forget about the tips. All right, I read, um, I don't forget, and some tips. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, really nice. You were activity guy. Did a lot today. For me, I just wake up, have a breakfast, and I drink a Gatorade today just to go up my energy. And that's it. Just introduce myself. I'm Gustavo. I'm 26 years old. I live in Bragança, countryside of São Paulo State. I work with IT. I like to watch movies, series. I have a dog. I like to go in the park with him. It's nice to be there. You can get a moment of peace. It's nice. So let's go to the questions. The second one, what do you feel on rainy days? Marcio, can you answer for us, please?
Yes, of course. And I feel on rainy days, and for me, it's normal about the rainy days for me. So, when I have rainy days on the house, about the house, I'm watching TV and I play musical or small talk about my wife, my children, and rainy days it's good too. All right, it depends on the day, depend of the. Uh, I don't like when I weekend rain day on weekend. It's difficult about the pay supermarket and all right. Yeah, it's difficult or not. It's for me. It's normally rainy day. I like at home when I rainy day, when I has a rainy day, enjoy the moment with my family, enjoy the moment, make what else, make food, yeah, make cooking. So about the rainy days, enjoy the moment. All right, it's normally for me.
Nice. For me, I think that rainy days, it's depend. It's neutral. It's like rainy. Yeah, it's don't no matter what you're gonna do, it's rainy. I can fix it. And sometimes enjoyable, and sometimes not. Like I said, that if I need to go to work and it's raining a lot, I don't have a car, so my option is go to motorcycle. So it's a little bit sad because it's gonna be wet and not gonna be so happy in that moment because need to you'll be late sometimes. You need to change your clothes for not to be wet, so you need to be prepared. But sometimes like when it is, I don't know, at night when at night when I go to sleep, I like training because it's more fresh. The weather is better, so I sleep better. uh so for me depend what I'm gonna do, so can change my mood because maybe let's say that that sometimes happen. I don't know, it's I am lucky, but when I go to the beach sometimes it's rainy and it's like, oh, it's sunny. I see the weather in the internet and the weather is so hot, so nice for go to the beach and the city, and you get there and start raining, and sometimes you can go to the pool because it's open pool, so you just stay in the hotel and it's bad for you to go to the city. So some travel is a little bit problem. But depend what you're gonna do that can change my mood. But like I said, it's neutral. It's like I feel in that moment. And you, Bruno?
Here in Brasília, this last few days, it has been raining a lot. But here don't have problem about the beach, no, because don't have. It's okay. But it's impossible to go to the club. And like you said about the rainy of the night, it's to sleep. Oh my gosh, it's so good. The sound of raining. It's calm me. It's perfect. I think so. But sometimes I think for the, I don't know, people in the street, it's terrible, no? The poor need to sleep on the street. When I think about this person, it's terrible in my mind. But I think it's the reality in Brazil. But okay, about the only day, rainy day, I think it's maybe like Márcio said, don't have matter for me, because if it's impossible to go for the other place, I get home. It's okay for me to stay at home, do anything with my family, with my friend. That's no problem here. That's it.
Yeah, nice. And like I said about the year of rainy, I like the when I live in the city, but when you are in the farmer, well, in the countryside, the smell of rainy is really good. I like it. Uh, so the number three, what activities are best to do on a rainy days? Bruna, what do you like to do in a rainy day?
Well, I prefer to do, for example, watch a movie. I cooking, like Marcio said, I think it's so good, no? And enjoy with my family. I have two sons, and the younger son is 11 years old, so he likes a lot to play games, tabuleiro games, maybe, I don't know. But and you game with him. It's so good. I think I like it more because after the pandemic, in the pandemic it's necessary to get at home, so to stay at home, and we're learning to do anything into a house. So it's necessary to imagine any things to do with your family, with the person you together. I think it's the similar rainy days, no? Because in the rainy days, it's sometimes it's impossible to go in the other place, and sometimes you don't want to go because it's a problem. The bus, for example, here in my house, I don't have a parking for my car, so my car it's raining in rainy day. It's went molhado all the time, so it's terrible to go at until since buy a car because I don't park in coberto, so it's difficult too. That's it.
Yeah, it's hard for you to go out of the car and go to the other place, like to your home or some other place. Uh, yeah, for me, activities, like you said about games, I think that when it's raining a lot and you need to stay at home, I remember when I was a kid, there's like, it's a long time that don't happen anymore, but blackouts, when the lights went off and you was like doing nothing in your home because, yeah, don't have electricity. So you need to go to the border games or play some cards or play something to pass the time. And sometimes it took like, 2, 3, 4 hours to light come back. Glad that that not happen anymore, at least in my city. It's a long time. I remember when I was a kid. It's something crazy that everybody go out on the street. There's no light, and everybody go out on the street with the flashlight. Uh, but it's a long time. For me, I like to play video games. I like to cook as well. I think it's when it's rainy, I prefer not to go out. I prefer to stay at home, watch a movie, watch a series. I think it's a moment that you can pass with your family. Uh, Enjoy the moment. Try to cook something. Uh, watch a series, a movie. I like it. Board games, it's a long time that I don't play with my family because we are growing up, and sometimes hard to find the time for everybody, but to do that. But it's really nice. It's remembers my kids' memory to play some board games. It's really nice. And you, Marcy?
1 minute, Gustavo. So it's common in your city blackout about the
N-
electricity? Because
Not
here in
anymore.
Brasilia, it's difficult. I don't remember when it's happened here.
I remember when I was a kid, like 10, 11 years old. I didn't have a cell phone. It's hard to the guys have a cell phone. It don't have a lot of technology like right now, like flashlights and stuff like that. So I remember when I was a kid, but a long time that not happened. Gladly, it's
Yes, because if you in the rainy day, without the electricity, sometimes it's very difficult, no? Because when
yeah,
I said about the, you said boring games,
yeah, board games.
it's a possibility, but we prefer, for example, the video game, no? And
Yeah,
it's necessary electricity, your cell phone, that's it. And sometimes it's difficult without electricity. That's
yeah,
it. Thank you.
but they get better in that. But I remember when I was a kid that the blackout, and it's kind of for me seeing like a kid, it was crazy. Like, oh, I didn't understand. Say, oh, what did
Yes,
happen? Why I can watch TV?
that's it.
So, and you, Marcia?
So when you about the when you said about the play, I remember in my mind when I child and my activities and best on a rain day and play soccer on the street. I remember, yeah, it's very good. Yes, so activity on the street, play soccer, but at the house, yeah, for me it's play musical instrument, watch TV series about the series. I like so much in Gotham, his history about the Batman. For me, it's very interesting because I like film Batman. Yes, in Portuguese, mm, 2 times as I watch in English, and now I watch English and Gotham. For me, it's very difficult about the vocabulary, about the grammar. Yes, and it's very hard. Yes, I like it. And when I watch series and talk difficult, hard for me, I like it watch because I'm studying my my listening. Yeah, my mind. It's very good for me. And yeah, it's cooking. And so in my case, I like making cookie. All right. Yes, I consider myself a family person. So I don't like clean the house. All right. I don't like. So for me, about the activities and play soccer, rain day, and yeah, it's watching, make food, and play musical.
Yeah, really nice. And you said about soccer, remember me a short story that when I was a kid, like 14 years old, I was playing football in a rainy on the street, and there's a little the street was dirt, like barro in the street, and we play soccer, and the wall aside it's like a lot of marks of ball. And I remember that stopped raining, we ran out for our house because the guy gonna get there and gonna be trouble. But they know that when they get the street, they see us and they came to us and need to paint all the wall, the hall of the house because we dirty the whole house. So I
I
remember that.
Yeah, I think in the past when when I were a child, it's more interesting, more funny. It's funnier to the rainy days, no? Because it's
Yeah,
possible to do anything my mother don't angry about this, upset about this. It's possible, but now the children don't want to play outside. I don't know what's happened. Don't have a friend. I think it's terrible. Friend, present for friend. Have a friend games. It's terrible. One thing Marcio said about this play soccer in the rainy. I enjoy to play about the flood, enxurrada, maybe. I don't know. But it's very interesting. It's sometimes I think I'm crazy in this moment. Yes, because it's not a clean water. No, it's come to anything trash in the flood. I think it's terrible for the children, but in this moment, it's very well for me.
Yeah, nice. And it's like crazy that we remember some stuff. What I like to do after rainy, stop rainy, there's a park in here, and there's like a hill. So we get the cartoon paper and put in our butt and go down the hill with the paper, you know? That was really nice to do.
That's it. It's really nice.
Yeah. Let's go to the number 4. What do some people think rainy days are sad? Do you agree? I think it's depend. Because I think if we try to think that start raining today and gonna stop raining like for 7 days, I think it's gonna be a little bit sad because you can't do a lot of stuff. And they said that there are some countries, at least they said about England, London, and Dublin. I don't know until that if it's totally true or not, but until I know that because it's near of the sea, the weather there is like rainy, stop it, and the day is like it's gray sometimes. So you don't see the sun sometimes. So I think is that the vitamin that you get the sun, the light, it's important. So maybe in that situation that you stay some days without see the sun can be a little bit sad to see a sunny day. And because I think in sunny days things are more beautiful, you know, you see the birds, you see the flowers, you see everything. So if it's raining a lot, it's a great day because sometimes at least in the summer, not this summer is kind of crazy for us, I think so, but in normal summer is like it's the sun and it's raining, so it's really nice because it's a hot, but there's the raining for refresh a little bit. But if it's totally gray for some days, I think it's gonna be sad. But I think it's depend. I don't know how is the feeling to be in that situation. And you, Mars?
Yes, I agree with Gustavo and said. So, uh, sad, unfortunately, because rain is important. About the road, it's very important. Example, Northeast, uh, don't say yes happy when a raining day because Northeast is very difficult and rainy and very difficult. So when I watching TV raining Northeast a lot, raining a lot, it's very difficult too. But it's and no normally not normally rainy day in Northeast, but people think it's sad, unfortunately, in my mind, because rainy it's very important. Our road.
Yes, I totally agree. It's really important for the farmer, for the world, for everybody. The rain is an important thing. It need to happen for us to live. And you, Bruna?
Well, like you said, I think if you are long period about rainy days, I think it's so bad. Everybody feels sad because, like you said, it's necessary. I think the sun brings this our day, uh, so it's necessary. The vitamin D, like you said, it's very important for the life, and that's it. But like Marcio said, it's the one thing that's necessary for the world. But it's a lot. It's terrible. It's impossible to do anything. It's necessary to do. It's terrible. I think that's it. The people don't. Many people don't like to rainy days, no, because it's easier you go at the supermarket without raining. So I think that's it. I like, but not much, and especially when I travel, and my travel, it's for me it's so bad. But I listen here in the questions. Will come you back. You speak about this the
Yeah,
next questions. I will wait.
yeah, gonna wait for yeah. I hope that we get that story. I have time to do that. Yeah. But we need the rain. I understand that. And I don't live in the capital city, but in São Paulo sometimes it's crazy as well. I go there sometimes, and sometimes it's the sun, and sometimes you need to bring with your backpack the umbrella, a cold, a sweater because start the day with the sun and go to rain. After that, go cold. After that, go hot again. So I said that's a little bit crazy sometimes.
Yeah, maybe the same day you have the four stations, no?
Yeah, that's it.
Sometimes here in Brazil it's true, but now I think the weather is um, more definition. Now, summer, of course, the rainy days is more common, but hot too. It's difficult to feel cold here. It's not something that's not necessary to bring cold for with you because possible only the warm weather. That's it.
No, it's nice to know. If I go there sometimes, it's don't bring a sweater, just the hot clothes. So let's go number 5. How can you make a rainy day more enjoyable? I think we talk a little bit about it, but let's see if there is something more. Marcio?
So I think enjoy the moment and enjoy the so example small talk with family with friends is and thanks God for example about the rain. Yes, so enjoy the moment. Yes, small talking, face to face. It's very important now because COVID-19 it's very this I don't know distance about the people, about the friend, about the family. In my case, my family live in northeast. For me, it's very difficult about and so technology. It's very thanks a lot for me and thanks a lot and technology and because uh, I can see my family on cell phone. I can see and my friend is about the apps and technology. So enjoy the moment and now and make a rainy day and now because important talk face to face now. All right. Yes. for me, enjoy the moment about the rain, about the cold, about the hot. Enjoy the moment with friends, family in general.
Yeah, I really like what you said about face to face, because after we took out our mask, it's like to see the smile, to see how people react. So it's really nice. And you, Bruna?
Well, I think it's, for example, I invited my friends to go at my home and to have a lunch or have a dinner for my family, because I stay at home and the other person come back. I come. I think it's a good tip, for example. And I like to drink with wine, oh, wine. So I think it's possible to do this, no, with boring cheese, with chocolate, hot chocolate. Maybe I think it's more enjoyable in rainy days.
Yeah, I will say that. I think rainy days, at least for me, it remembers a little bit cold weather. I don't know why, because sometimes it's hot, but remembers wine and some snack or chocolate, hot chocolate. Uh, that's nice. Wine in the cold weather and the rainy days is really good at night, at the evening. Uh, I like to say that the weather is neutral thing. A lot of things is neutral, like it's a nature, so we can control it, but we can control it how we're gonna react in that situation. So how's gonna be my feelings? Sometimes can be bored, sometimes I can be hungry, can some be happy. So it's depend how I'm gonna react that. So I think like you guys said, I totally agree. I'm gonna add just to stay with the family, try to play some games, and sometimes we are so in a rush in our day life that sometimes you get a rainy day and you need to stay at home, like in the weekend, some stuff like that. So enjoy the moment to be with your family, to talk, to catch up the conversation. I think that's it. You guys said really well.
And
So
now
I
it's possible to participate in the emotional. If the
yeah,
rainy days, oh my gosh, the good opportunity to go at the immersion, English immersion. I think
yeah,
that's it.
yeah, really nice. Go one after other, and your English gonna be perfect. Uh, and I think that's the question that you'd like to answer, Bruna. Do you have a good or a bad story about any rainy day? Can you tell us?
Well, the bad the bad days, I when I travel, one time I travel for the Maceió. So the moment it rainy a lot, I think when you travel, it's terrible because you want to know many places for the city, it's necessary to outside for the hotel. So it's terrible. You go, if you, for example, with my children, it's terrible, but necessary because you pay for to know the place. So I go, but it's not so good day for me. And a good story, let me see. I think when I a child, when I was a child, that I play at the float in the street with my friend. It's a good day, a good moment. That's it. I remember, I perfectly remember this day. And let me see more day. I remember only my bad rainy days is the in the travel, I think, because here in my city it's possible to do any other thing. It's I don't want to do, for example, no monumental in my city, for example. It's okay. I go for the other day, it's okay. But when I travel, oh my gosh, I prefer the Sunday. No, it's better.
Yeah, I know the feeling. And where did you go? What the place that said, "Oh, it starts raining," and I really would like to enjoy that travel, but yeah, it's messed up because of the rain. What city did you go?
What, the other city?
Yeah, what city did you go when it started raining that you remember when you travel?
Maceió. In the
Mm.
other city that I go, for example, it's in Orlando. I I I I don't know, tipo, peguei, I took
Get
maybe
took.
yet 2 days in the park, the Disney. So it's terrible. It's not so good. And for example, I want to go. It's put a raincoat. I think that's it. We put the raincoat, but it's not the same same day when the sunny days, because it's possible to. It's necessary in the park, Disney park. It's necessary you bring you took you take a packet back, packed bag, put your things, your stuff, and when you on put on the raincoat, it's terrible to to find out in your backpack. It's terrible. I think it's not a good story.
Yeah, I agree. When it's travel, it's complicated because we have this agenda that I want to go there, I want to go there, I want to go there, and maybe there's some place that you can't go when it's raining. So
Yes, and you travel, you choose the schedule to pay cheaper, and it's necessary you look at the weather in the place, because
mhm.
if you want to pay cheaper, but the weather is so bad, not good. It's prefer I would rather to pay more and enjoy more the place.
Yeah, it's a good tip. And you, Marcy, do you have some story?
So in my case, good. I remember my childhood. All right, and good story about the rainy day and play soccer on the street. So when I was go with my parent about the farm, yeah, so different animals, different trees with my parent. Yes. So bad. I forgot. Yeah. Yes, because I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember about
Mm.
the bed. So yeah,
Don't
that's
worry.
it.
Don't worry. Yeah, to say a good story, when I was a kid, I think there's a thing that in the moment that happened, it looks like a bad story, but after past the years, you said, "Oh, it's a funny story, it's a nice story because there are good memories there." So I think when I was a kid, it started raining. It's really nice. I play football. I play on the street, and I think that the bad story at least try in a good story when you talk for you to laugh and anything. A bad story that I remember when I was my 18 or 19, I was working, and I went out of work. And it's raining a lot. And that moment, I didn't have a vehicle, a bicycle, nothing, and I was with my umbrella, and it started raining a lot. And the company, it was in a hill, and I remember that in the near of that there was a girl that I liked. The city boy that want to like the girl and to show up, and I remember that I was sad with the rainy, and I started to rain in a hill. It's not a good thing to to run in a hill. I fell down, and I get wet all my pants. And I think I remember she laughed at me, and I laughed as well. But like I was kind of, oh, where am I gonna put my face right now? Because I totally wet with my clothes, and my umbrella broken. And yeah, in the end of the story, I go out totally wet, with a bad story, but a left story to tell in the future. I think so. And to end the story, I after that I haven't talked to her because like that. Oh, I like her, but no, no. So never anything happened. But yeah, it's a story that I remember about a bad story, but right now it's a left story. So the number 7. Yeah. How do you feel when you are walking on the street, starts to rain, and you don't have an umbrella? Bruna?
Well, for example, I go for my work, my job, I think it's terrible. I need to run very fast because I don't want to get at home at my job wait, totally wait. No, it's bad. It's necessary to run very fast. And in general, I use high heels. It's so difficult to run with this. No, it's terrible. But I think it's the better, thing to do in this moment. But if I go to come for home, for example, no problem. I walk very calm. It's no problem for me. It's okay because I go at my home. It's possible after take a shower. It's for me. It's no problem. But sometimes it's difficult to know because if you have a appointment, for example, and you get totally wet, it's terrible.
Yeah. I don't know how you women can walk with that because I think that I'm gonna be a disaster. I'm gonna be a
Yes.
disaster. Yeah, it's impossible. I think for the men it's impossible to walk with high heels. Uh, and about the like you said, when the it start to rainy and I on the street and I go to some place like an interview or work or I have a commitment to do, that's a bad thing. But because sometimes not prepared, not have an umbrella and I don't have option. I go there, gonna be wet or gonna be so much later. So it's a bad thing that happened. But when I going home, if I'm a motorcycle or if I don't have any commitment after that, an arrangement, so it's not a problem. I can wait or I can go in the wet. So it's not a big problem for me at least. And you, Marcia?
1 minute. When you use you in the motorcycle and put the raincoat, the clothes,
Yeah,
it's protect you well or no?
yeah. Depends of the rain. If it's a lot wind, they're gonna enter in your clothes, inside clothes. It's protected, but not so good. Uh,
All right.
and sometimes need to have like a motorcycle guy normally have some sacks, some plastic sacks because you can put your wet clothes, and if you don't have the boots for rainy, you can put on the feet and make a node and go in the rain. But it's protect, it's help, but not so much. At least my not it's not the only expensive one. Maybe an expensive one it's gonna protect you really well, but mine is not. And you,
Okay.
Mars? Welcome.
So in my case, yeah, I feel happy when I um, rain. So I don't like use umbrella because I always forget. Example on the on the bus, on the supermarket. Yes, I don't like use it umbrella because of this. So rain it's for me I feel good. Yes, and depend the no depend not the hours and I'm happy. So I don't use I don't using umbrella because of this. I forget. I always forgetting on the bus, on the supermarket. Yes, that's it.
That happened with me as well. But the problem is that the umbrella is not mine. It's from my mom. So I always need to buy other because she used more than I.
Yeah.
So sometimes I go to the gym and I forget there. And sometimes it's there, but sometimes not. So yeah. In the supermarket, that's a big problem. So hello guys. How was the conversation? Andrea?
wa-
Oh, go on. Sorry, then. Go on.
was really great. We were remember some old things like Discman, Walkman, MP3 players.
Nice.
Was nice conversation.
Yeah, I kind of in the main room kind of was for good memories, bad memories about rainy days. Normally, when I was a kid, we enjoy more the rainy days. And you, Andre?
Yes, it was a very nice conversation because we remembered a lot of things. And in the rainy days, we eat a lot, we rest a lot, I think. So we need to enjoy when it's raining to have this time. That's it.
Yeah. Marcos, did you like the conversation? How it was
I
for
like
you?
a lot about the rainy days. The some days the rainy days wrapping of sadness because you have to stay home. But I like to rainy days.
Oh
It's
yeah,
natural.
yeah, nice. I'm gonna ask for you. Do you have a good or a bad story about rainy days?
Me,
Yeah, the number 6.
uh, I talk about my friends when in my first year in Portugal, I was a driver. So when I put a raincoat, the the rain stopped now. So I saw the rain stopped. I will remove the raincoat. So the rain begin again. Always, always. Yeah, I was completely yet. Always.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
natural. A law of the naturals.
sometimes looks like the universe is against us.
Yeah.
But you drive a car or a motorcycle? Because a
I
motorcycle is
I
worst.
yeah, I was drive a car, but I work with uh, how can I say to atender comércio. So I go out every time in the car.
Oh, because of the rain. Yeah, it's nice. It's a big problem, but in the end,
Big problem.
you have a good story. We'll talk about that as well. In the moment that happens, looks like, oh, it's I am lucky, but after past some years, you're gonna see that, oh, at least it's a fun story to tell. It's something, a good memory that brings me. We had some stories like that. And you, Leandro, do you have some story?
Yeah, I had one related to ride motorcycles, but when Marcus told that he remembered the rainy days of his childhood with sadness, I remembered when I was by the window. I was kind of 6, 7 years old, and it was raining out there, and was really sad. And then I was with my small Walkman, Paraguay Walkman. They remember the color ones, and that batteries needed to must to long the entire week because I only earn one pair each week. So I remember that time when I was a child, and I was looking forward to go out there playing, but it was raining. It was really sad. Now I now it's good that it's raining here because my wife won't be able to go to the beach, and I want to carry everything. So things change and people change. That's it.
Yeah, nice. That's the story. And you, Andrea?
For me, it was related motorcycle because I remember that it's happening a lot of times. But I go to work and the weather is not so good, but it's not raining. And when I was in the middle of the path, started to rain, and I needed to stop the motorcycle, put my, how can I say, raincoat, and that's it. It's terrible when you need to stop to put my raincoat. Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes we are unlucky like Marcos. We stop with
Yeah.
the wet coat and oh, I got prepared to the rain. And you go like 1 minute and stop the rain again and say,
Yeah.
oh, it's
It's
crazy.
happening. Yeah.
So guys, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation. I really like it. It's always a pleasure to be here. I put the survey on the chat. Try to answer if you can, make a score. And I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation as well. And the next week you're gonna talk about be afraid of speaking in public. I think that's a good topic. I'm a shy person, so I have this problem as well. But yeah, it's kind of we're improving day by day, you know. So I hope you guys have a nice weekend and enjoy the day.
Thank you. Thank
See you
you.
guys.
Thank you,
See you
Gustavo.
Thank
soon,
you.
people.
Have a
Bye
good
bye,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thank